Hello everyone, LJ here. Hope you're all doing very well. I am doing the Friday update for the Finch Farm overpass settlement build. And today I'm going to talk about the elevator that connects the overpass to the rest of the settlement down there. And I've just been playing around with some of the perimeter walling, so there'll be quite a bit of a mess downstairs in the ground level. But yes, I decided I was going to try and do a little bit of work on the structure that connects the overpass to the ground level. If you've seen some of the previous videos, you will have noticed that this was just a much larger mess of scaffolding, and there was a stairway here that went up because you needed to go up above the elevator to be able to go back down. And I kind of thought that was a little bit too... oh, hello Porter. I thought that was a little bit too messy and too bulky. Having said that, I think I may have made it even more bulkier now, but I am a bit happier with this. So let's have a quick tour of it. I'm not bothered about cantilevering one tile, one square, because this one isn't supported, but everything else, as you'll see as you go down, is supported. So there is one cantilevered tile. I think architecturally that can just be allowed. This will only be a at the moment there's only structure. I haven't done any decorating to it. It took me long enough to try and get everything sorted. Some of the walls just don't want to go where they need to go, and that has to do with the lift not being set up. If you can see these, for example, these floors are floors for the wood set, whereas the walls, these half walls, are half walls for the barn set. And I discovered this while watching, it was a no respawns video, and I think I was watching an Oxhorn video as well when they were doing some of the settlement builds, and they mentioned that the barn and the warehouse walls are higher than the standard walls. And they also happen to be the same size as the scaffolding, and they also happen to be the same size as the elevators. So that's why there's a bit of a mix. I preferred having the shorter walls, the shorter wall height for the for the reception area, for the landing area, if you want to call it, at the upper level, because it goes better with the rest of the building heights here, whereas I'm not too bothered by the warehouse height for the rest of it. So as you come here, there's one lift, the one elevator. I will be using the I'll be using the name interchangeably. Apologies, I just happen to be not a Brit living in Britain, which means I pick up words and then I use words incorrectly and I get told off for it. So yeah, you come down this way, and I tried to make it so that there was both a stairway and an elevator. So again, there'll be very little decorating. I've only just put the lights because I wanted it to be lit, and I wasn't thinking about doing the recording at night. It just happened to be nighttime. And there'll be, this is a three elevator structure. So there's one elevator there, and that goes down 3 levels to there. And there's a 2-level elevator that begins here, and that one goes down. So you stop here, and then you get on this one here, and this one is unfortunately, I realized this right when I was recording, I hadn't hooked up the power to it. But yeah, from here you would then go down a level, and this building is physically connected to that elevator, so you'll be able to go into the building. So the premise is that any goods that are being kept at Finch Farm that are being transported can be transported all the way up to the warehouse, and can also be stored in this building, which is a multi-use warehouse slash shop building. So if we come in this way, it is a bare building. Like I've said, I've not done any decorating, so I've just kept it as bare as possible. But I've managed to wire the electricity to everything except that lift. And I need to do barriers here to keep people from accidentally falling into it. So I'll have to do a little bit more of that. But yep. So this elevator comes down here. And you can either go through here. I know this isn't a doorway, this is more of a broken wall, but I quite like the fact that there's a broken wall that allows you to go into the elevator. Or there is a proper doorway here. I'll be putting doors on all of these, the ones that connect to the building. And you can keep coming this way. And I think I may have to change one stairway or more than one stairway, because I've noticed that the settlers will go up to one level in this building and then just stop. So here is second floor. And again, there is a scaffolding structure adjoined, because there has to be some support for the lift. Otherwise it would just look weird if there is no support for this lift here and that other lift that goes next to it. It would just look very strange. Disregard that structure. That structure will be gone once I start doing all of the proper building in here and I start adding more stuff. That's just a temporary structure where I've got about 20 sleeping bags so that I can keep all the settlers there. And that perimeter wall will be coming along. I was a bit unsure whether or not the Covenant perimeter wall would fit the settlement, but I'm quite happy with how it looks so far. I looked at some of the other walls, but that one does fit quite nicely. So yeah, coming back in, there will be a door here, and again you can call for the lift. You can come this way. And this is the ground floor. Yes, this is the ground floor. So this is our ground floor. And here is the lift, and you can use the lift and call the lift to go up to the third level and then move around. Disregard this as well. That's just, again, when I started the settlement, I just put stuff around so that I could get caps, and so that I could get settlement happiness to go up. I decided not to get rid of it while I'm doing the settlement build, because it just feels a bit odd to be throwing all the settlers out. So in the meantime we've got this, which has been hastily rearranged while I've got everybody in. There is one thing I worried about, and that was, let's just close this door, and close this door, and close this door. I worried it was going to look a little bit out of proportion. One of my pet annoyances, I suppose, if you want to call it that, is that I don't like it when it looks like it, when a building looks like it just doesn't belong because it's enormous. And while yes, the building does look huge, and this is Finch Farm here. I'm not going to be moving Finch Farm. Finch Farm is going to stay. I've put that workbench there, and I've got a dog. I'm not going to be getting rid of Finch Farm, because I think the Finches should stay where they are. This is their home, so all the rest of the settlers are just building around them. And that building is going to be basically for them to be able to manage the growth of the settlement. But when I look at it, it is two separate structures that are sort of coming together. There is the scaffolding side of it on the left-hand side, which makes it seem like it's a work in progress. There are There's the odd piece of warehouse wall that's going up, especially around the lift. And then there's the bit of scaffolding around as well to sort of remind you that this settlement is a settlement that is still growing. And then there is the proper warehouse on this side, which I look at it and I keep looking at it thinking it's missing its symmetrical half on the other side if I look straight down this line here. So as I go up, I keep telling myself, yep, it's missing the other side. It's missing its left side that should be exactly the same. So yeah, I think that to a degree sort of doesn't sit 100% well with me, but I think overall it does keep to the purpose. And if I'm going to be honest, the post-apocalyptic wasteland isn't going to have an awful lot of people who are going to be looking at structures architecturally going, well, that's not symmetrical, is it? And then getting angry and tearing it all down. I think they will be looking a lot more towards function in terms of what the buildings can provide, if they can actually build something that is how many stories this is? A 6-story structure? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, a 6-story structure. So this was one of the cases where function definitely took precedence over anything else. So I'll be doing a bit more decorating it. I'll be filling it up with other things, whether it is the shops. I'll be moving the shops in there, and I'll be keeping this as a bit more of a social gathering area or of a staging area for other activities. There may be hello. There may be small residences or rooms for travelers, because there is space. These white posts here, I've put them so that I know where the borders of the settlement are when I'm not in build mode. And looking at the structure here, the structure does blend in somewhat with the surrounding, because there are warehouses. There's a warehouse over there on the other side of the inlet here, and there is a warehouse where the gunners are in, is it Auto City Wreckers? Let's see. Yeah, at Hub City Auto Wreckers, there is a warehouse there, and Reeb Marina has a warehouse as well. So it's not out of the ordinary for the building to be there. Maybe perhaps not to the height, but it's the apocalypse. It's the post-apocalypse, actually. People are making do with what they can. So that's the video for today. I will be concentrating on the smaller details in this building for the next update, I hope. I may have to change one of the staircases. I think I may have to change this stairs, this set of stairs. No, this set of stairs. One of the sets of stairs is giving me trouble because the settlers are coming up the structure only up to about the 2nd floor, maybe the 3rd floor, and then they're not continuing to walk. It's probably just a pathing issue. But yes, that's it for now. This is the structure, and I'll just come out this way. Again, this is all just temporary stuff that I just put for the sake of having the settlers doing stuff and for the sake of keeping the settlement defended. Come around this way because I quite like the way it looks from here. Up. Yeah, it's starting to look quite nice. So that's it for today. I wish you all a happy weekend, a happy Easter. If you enjoyed the video, please leave it a like, and I will catch you in the Commonwealth. Take care. Bye.